Is it a banger? Is y'all dealing with
That's
it?
a banger. I like
It's a
that.
banger.
Look, got me over here like,
We're
yeah.
gonna let it ride.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride.
Hey.
Woo. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up.
No
It's your
twerking on
boy
the table.
Chicken Chestnut.
So you're a rapper and a trapper now?
Rapper and a trapper.
I mean, he been
That
a trapper.
escalated fast.
Trapper is anybody that get it by any means necessary. So he been a trapper. That's how we heal.
Okay, trapper.
What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to the What You Mean podcast, man, where you're kicking it with your host, La Cheston.
I'm your co-host, Kim. Hey, y'all.
And we really don't got a guest on this evening because he has been part of the family for quite some time now. And we decided to end this thing. This is our season finale, y'all, of the first season. We decided to pull our engineer up out the booth, and he's sitting at the table with us today, man.
For the first time ever, introducing engineer Jay Gray, right here reporting live
Y'all.
with the infamous What You Mean podcast crew.
That's what it is.
I just been behind the scenes, they don't like me being out here like that.
Stop
Nah,
it.
don't do that. Don't do that. If you look, you got to remember,
no
man.
cap.
You got here because I couldn't be on the other side of the glass. I
You're
couldn't be in
welcome.
both
If
places.
y'all were here for sound check, he still shouldn't be on the other side of the glass.
Oh wow!
You're not finna play my bro like this, though.
I think we're gonna be all right going into
Gonna be
season
all
2
right.
though. We got some better points, man. So
Yeah.
today, this evening, man, the only thing we really gonna do is, man, we're gonna kick it, man. The kind of sort of the things that we normally do when it's just us, you know what I'm saying? And we're not in front of the cameras or we're not on the podcast, man. So we hope that you'll enjoy this episode, whether you're listening to us on the podcast platforms, wherever you're listening to it, or you're looking at us on YouTube right now. So I know that there have been a lot of different things throughout all of our first season with the different people that have come in and our different conversations that we had. And I really wish we had one more female that was on the staff so we could have one more here, because I don't want it to seem like we ganging up on Kim tonight. You know
That's
what I'm
okay,
saying? With
'cause
some
she
of
can
the
hold
things.
her own.
I didn't say you couldn't hold your own. I didn't say that. Sips tea. Hold on.
I like to be
Sip
on
it.
both sides,
It used to be a gulp. You just wanted to sit by me. It's okay.
I mean,
Wow. So you gonna do well like that on camera, huh?
First off, let
And
me
did.
just go ahead and get it, air it out. Me and Kim are old friends. We go way, way back, like
4 flats
way
on the
back.
Cadillac.
Yeah, we didn't even have all that bread for the Cadillac back then.
I hear that.
87 Corolla, you know what I'm saying? That's how we got down. But nah,
87. Who had the 87 Corolla?
I had an 87 Corolla.
He did.
87
I
Corolla,
was
like the
with
one
the
on what the name of the movie is? Boys in the Hood when they shot Ricky.
yeah. we really. Hey, look, I wish I had the 87 Corolla where gas is.
Man, say something. So man, I'm gonna kick this one off like this, man. I think I don't know. I haven't asked about your is it martial status or marital status?
Marital.
Have you ever heard somebody say martial?
No.
You ain't never heard nobody say what's your martial status?
No.
Nah, I think that's
Really?
military. That's what it
Ever.
sounds like.
No, bro. Like some people say that.
Wait,
Like that's
what?
why I even brought it up or said it, because I know it's one of the two.
Your martial status?
Your martial status.
Don't worry about it. So
I'm being serious,
I
though.
don't think that I've ever asked you like how you classify yourself. Like I know I'm single, I know Kim's single. So how do you classify yourself?
Big single. Had to look at the camera when I said that. Big single. Big single, but at the same time, right now where I am in my life, I don't really have time. I'm pouring into, I'm a full-time father. So my daughter, my business, fun in between then, holla.
So DM wide open is what you're saying.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think we talked about that when we had one of our segments here. I'm not really a hopping DM type guy.
Right.
Really? Why?
Yeah, just...
Because
I
you
guess-
just so happen to always be in the right places.
That too.
That's what it is.
But I wouldn't really say it's that. For me, it's more, I don't do it because I'm old school. Like, people can portray themselves to be whatever on IG and Facebook. I'm before social media. I remember going to the parties because you wanted to holler at a female and
Pen and paper.
What? Hey, look, no, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. We had that Razor flip phone with the Bluetooth.
Ooh, I
and
had a Razor
all
too.
all the
In
ringtones.
the back.
To be honest with you, that was how I got in. Like, hey, I got them Bluetooth ringtones. They like, oh, for real? Yeah. Oh, you like that song? See, I'm more of a conversationalist, so I'm gonna get in where I fit in.
That's what's up. Well, let me ask y'all both this. So this is a question that can go around the table. So being that you have been an engineer for the vast majority of the segments that we had on the What You Mean podcast, regardless whether they're an industry Monday or What's New segment or an after hours joint. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been more exposed to the after hours joint than Kim has. You know, she stick around for some on. Then the other day she hit the deuces, which we don't blame her for. So I'm gonna ask you, Kim, first, and then I want you to, if you can remember, like what was probably during season 1, what was like maybe your favorite like segment that we covered or interview or a person we sat down with.
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a really tough one. Cause I enjoy working with everybody and just like hearing everybody's story.
Yeah.
But like probably like my favorite, aside from my girls that I brought in, hey.
I kind of figured that's it.
I would say Fallon.
Okay.
I loved Fallon. Like, bring her back.
Is it because she brought us gifts?
No, like even if she didn't bring us anything, I
Still
really
need my
enjoy.
gifts, Fallon. Y'all got y'all's. I got to get mine on
I
the
need
back end.
another All Things Charm candle.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get them. I want to get a massage too. I want to see what them hands about.
I just loved her energy. I did.
Yeah.
Like I just loved her energy. Like
So-
I loved her story. Just yeah.
Gotcha. So what about you? What do you think was your favorite setting out of all of them? Because like I said, you were exposed to all of them, not just.
Yeah, if we're going, I like a little bit. I like the fact that we're versatile.
Right.
We keep a little bit of everything going. So, of course, I like the after hours segment and stuff. I think my favorite one from them was. It's either shout out to
Click Conversations.
Click Conversations.
That was
that one was funny. Besides that, when we had the dance, the ladies that dance, the dancers.
You talk about Rose and Class Ass or whatever her name is.
That was because we were talking about stuff like how is it talking.
Yeah,
nowadays.
she got on the phone doing the call girl stuff on the microphone. Like when you have phone sex, like she was
talking
really-
about what these guys out here, what they like, and it was an interesting segment. But then I also liked us speaking with Industry Monday was dope, especially with the makeup artists. I was mad Kim missed that. That one was they were dropping gems.
I just looked at the pictures from that setting today because I was trying to. I was looking at everything because one of the things that I did for season 2 is I hired a stylist for myself. So I got a stylist. I got us a podcast researcher and producer to start producing shows, and then today we just actually hired another videographer.
Boss man making moves.
Nah, bro, I'm just trying to make life easy on us. So when you come in here, you focus on doing one thing. Kim come in here, she focus on doing one thing. I come in, I'm focused on doing one thing. Like everybody carrying their weight, like you know what I'm saying. And a lot of people that I've extended an invitation to as of this far, they understand the vision. You know what I'm saying. So ain't nobody shameful or got a problem hopping on board. Like I really have a great feeling about the people that I've talked to. So. But yeah, I look back through the pictures, man, of all the shows, trying to make sure I ain't put on nothing that I already been seen in, literally.
Man.
Literally, boy. So I just
high school
all next
again.
season.
You can't wear that again.
well, I was literally just talking to Kim about it. I was like, as more people start viewing us and our stuff start going up, it's just part of the game. It ain't. It's an unsaid rule already with people that are want to be influencers or they do everything for social media. It's very seldom that you'll see them in the same thing on social media. That does not mean that they don't wear their outfit again. They just mean that if they wear it again, they're not taking pictures and doing all the other stuff in it or whatever the case may be. But every time we can step foot in here for an Industry Monday or What's New segment or After Hours joint, you know what I'm saying? That outfit is being seen on Instagram, it's been seen on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So it's a wear to the grocery store deal after that. It ain't something that you finna be wearing and still posting. But yeah. Okay, that's you. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do.
One thing you can't do nowadays is tell a woman what you feel like she should be doing.
Listen.
And that's with anything, that's including her body. I'm gonna speak out on that. They know they wrong for that, but we ain't. That's a whole nother topic.
I
For
feel
a
you.
whole nother day. You're
feel
not
you.
okay.
I'm with my sisters though.
I'm just saying.
I got you.
Because we big mad.
Hey,
Y'all
look,
don't understand.
no.
Y'all can't shoot the
We
club up.
can't understand. We can't understand, but we sympathize with you.
As you should.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
I like the words of choice, brother. It was nice. It was very nice.
I was heartfelt.
So I think for me, I think the one that I really enjoyed the most, honestly, would probably be my frat brother DeMille. And I think the reason that I really like that one done something to me because he almost had me in my feelings in here. Like, if you remember, I went on ahead and called it to an end. I was like, yeah, bro, you got me on here by teary-eyed, bro. Like, we going to go ahead and end it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it was, in terms of meaningful, like, you know what I'm saying, and overall, like, that was my favorite one. But content-wise, like, just coming in here, having a ball, and just having fun, bro. The girl in Wayne who came in talking about the poly relationships.
Oh, the polys. Woo.
Like, that whole thing just threw me for an entire loop, bro. Like, there's a whole community of people that's how they live their lives, bro.
I just caught the glimpse of the tail end, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what?
Full deal, bro.
You didn't see my face, but I was like, wow.
It just reminds
How
you
do
that
you
when
say-
you're out, you don't know what people have going on.
Absolutely not.
Like, you don't know what type of lifestyle, what type of energy. That's why when I'm out, I'm just like, hey, you don't know what you walking into.
Sure don't.
I mean,
Because if I walked into that, whew, that's a lot to walk in.
yeah, I mean, I don't even know.
Baby
how
girl
to,
said she needs them to have something else. She said nobody likes it when you break the favorite toy. I was like, whoa.
Wait, what?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
she said she
that.
was the favorite toy out of all the people she did. All the people she deal with, none of them they have the right and they have full autonomy to date and be with other people outside of her. But she's who they want to be with. So all of them is kind of
So
sort of
she
waiting on the
said,
same person.
I am exhausted.
She was like, they need to find somebody else to have sex with, straight up.
Shout out to her because like I said, man, living your
Yeah.
truth.
Hey.
Different lifestyle, different strokes for different
folks.
folks.
It ain't for everybody.
You're right, because I don't know
And
if
the
I'm...
Jay-Z voice ain't for everybody.
Because I don't know if I ever be cool with...
Nope.
If you my woman and I'm taking care of you and another nigga get to smash you.
In the same house?
Like, nah, I don't think... bro, I don't think I could mentally hear that, bro.
It's community property.
Like, nah.
not
See,
it.
the way I'm
See,
set up, I'm
yeah.
going to jail or some shit like that. I can't even put myself in that position. Like, I'm literally, bro, like, probably livid. Like,
I'm not built for it.
like, you know what kind of photography I do through and through, right? Mm-hmm. Bruh, my ex went and took some topless pictures, but I lost my shit, bruh. Like, completely lost my shit, bruh. Like I was like, no, we not doing, that's not what we do. Like, if you do that and that's what you do and that's how you move, cool. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you was doing when I met you, that's cool too. But just off the flim, you just doing it, no, we not doing it. Like, I just, nah.
So what she say?
Shit. I don't know. I don't remember shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he
She
got a
said-
sip on that
Listen,
So you pulled a coach on Mercedes.
Oh my God. Hey, everybody ain't
I know
seen
you
the
watch
episode.
Ski Valley. I know you do. So
but
you
I don't
pulled
think
a
I
coach.
pulled a coach. I don't think I pulled a coach.
But you had a coach
Hold on,
attitude.
did
I
you
definitely,
see-
I
did you see
said
that
how I
live?
felt about the shit. You know what I'm saying? That was it. I said how I felt about it. Because, you know what I'm saying? I probably only dated one woman before in my life that's a new model. But that's what she was doing when I met her. So
Right.
who am I to tell her what she can and can't do? Like, it don't work like that.
Right.
But if I've been with you for X amount of time and that ain't been something that you've done in years or that's not something that you do, it's not part of your catalog, like, nah, we're not just adding that item. We're not putting that item in nah, we're not doing
It
it.
wasn't boudoir.
I don't give a fuck what it was.
Boom.
Like, no.
For everybody out there, this is when I would drop the bombs.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Like if you my woman and I met you like that, it's one thing. But midway through us, whatever we have, that's what you talk about. You want to dib and dab. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Hold on. So is that like Because it sounds more like an insecurity type thing. What is it?
It's not an insecurity thing. This is just I don't want to say certain. You remember how we was having that conversation with Miss Cynthia and them, and you was like, is there certain things that you can say out front, and certain things that's going to be said behind closed door that people just won't say out front. I'm a photographer at the end of the day. Any of my clients or anybody that I work with, I don't want to make them feel some type of way because of my ideology behind the philosophy of what I want my relationship or my companionship to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'd rather not say. But the person that I'm dealing with, if that's what you do and that's how I met you, that's one thing. But you're not becoming a whole nother person that does that. And that's something that I got to accept later on after I know that this is primarily why I started dealing with you. This is what I accept. This is what I want. This is what I'm lining myself up for versus you adding that shit in. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if that's ultimately something I would want to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It don't got nothing to do with insecurity because the person who deals with me got to understand that I work with people like this all the time.
And that's just how that's personal.
That's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
Like it don't got nothing to do with who I work with, who want to work with me or whatever I do. Like if that's what you do, that's what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's not a whole lot of people that may or may not do that can tell you that I'm trying to date them and take them serious and walk them down the aisle, and that's who I want to have my kids with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like it's cool to have people that you cool with because a lot of people in that lane or in that world, and that's what they do. They may not necessarily even want a real relationship. They may not even want to be married. A lot of these women now, they don't want to have kids anymore, bro. Like I done met a chick that recently got a BBL and said she want a kid, but she don't even know what she want them no more. Now that she got her little body done and shit, she was like, shit, if I have some kids, it might be a while after the fact that I done got my shit suited and booted and I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a personal preference, bro. It's nothing against anybody that, you know, because I've dated models who they do nude photography or they're topless or they do extremely sexually boudoir stuff. I've shot them. I've worked with them before, like, and I know how they are. But it's just a personal thing.
Personal, yeah.
Yeah. So I did want to do this because of some of the stuff that you mentioned and some of the stuff that you talked about. But while we was waiting, man, I came across something that my little brother just posted, and Kim, you can attest to this, or rather, you can give your comments because I know Jake will have a lot to say about it. And this is something I came across on Facebook, just for us to talk about real quick. The status says this. It says, "Why do males think they are the catch?" The response that's circled that goes in with this screenshot says, "Honestly, because real men are the catch. When you think about it, men don't need women for anything. They can cook, clean, etc. by themselves. We as women wait for a man to propose to us, which would make them the catch because as women, we are looking for someone to lead, protect, provide, amongst other things. I would go into more detail, but this is really a convo that really needs to be had." Laugh out loud.
Hey, shout out to whoever put that on there, but I'm gonna let Kim.
So do you think men are the catch?
Y'all are a catch. I do believe so. I think y'all are a catch too. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say like that it's applicable to everybody because it's not.
Right.
You know, but a lot of women have this mentality or attitude like, well, I'm the catch in this and this, but how are you an asset to him?
Right.
You know, like what are you bringing to the table besides yourself and a seat? Oh, well, I look good and I can do this and this. But again, how are you adding value to him? And value is not just sex.
Right.
It's not just how you look. It's not just you having a bad body, whatever, this, that, and the third. But, like, can you pour into him? You know, because there's a difference between him wanting you and needing you.
Right.
You know, so I would agree.
What about you? Comments?
Yeah. I feel like this applies to something now. I actually had a recent conversation about this.
Okay.
And I have a theory. I call it the Superman theory. Okay, just hear me out. Of course, everybody knows Superman. You know, Clark Kent, also Superman. If I'm Superman, I can do just about anything. Yes. I can get everything done. But also, Superman was Clark Kent. He had a good job. He took care of everything, but behind the scenes, he was more than what he appeared. Nowadays, women want a Superman. But if you realize Superman did a lot of things for a lot of different women, a lot of people out there. He saved multiple lives, but he still messed with who? Lois Lane. Lois wasn't no run-of-the-mill chick. She was the top reporter at the Daily Planet. She had everything in line. And I feel like that's the problem that we face in society nowadays. We face everybody wants to get the reward without the work. Same thing in who they're talking to. So you'll meet a female who she might not have it all together, which there's nothing wrong with it. Same thing for, and I don't want to be one-sided on this. This goes for, men and women.
Right.
So when it comes to being a catch, you need to be somebody that's worth having.
Right.
And you need to have it in your mind, your mindset, your financially, mentally, emotionally, everything. You have to be ready to accept what comes with being a catch or being, a significant other.
Right. So
the reason I call it the Superman theory is because everybody wants Superman. The Superman is what everybody projects. Even when, when they look at Superman, that's who everybody want to be like. Well, if you want to be that, you got to understand Superman can't just be out here with anybody. So when it comes to are men the catch? Yeah, men are the catch, but so are women. You got a lot of female entrepreneurs nowadays. That's why they tell you, biblically you're supposed to be equally yoked.
that is true.
And that's because if I'm filet mignon, I'm not supposed to be with Spam. I'm at least want to be with a ribeye.
Hello.
Hey, at least grilled chicken or something.
A lamb chop.
A lamb chop. Hey, them lamb chops kind of up there. But that's what I mean. I mean, for you to be that, you actually have to it's so much deeper than just being a catch.
Right.
But I do feel like society, especially nowadays, society has made it where everybody looks at who has the most money. If you don't believe that, look at celebrities. Everybody's like, oh, they ugly, but yeah, they wife bad because they pay all the bills. You can be ugly as you want to. You pay all the bills.
Yeah.
You love me in a different way, a way I can't even explain because you're willing to pay for everything. But see, because of that, it's monetized everything.
It is.
Females, they don't want to talk to you if you ain't got no money. They're not even looking your way.
It's funny you say that because my brother and my best friend were just having this conversation with me literally like a week ago and like today. And we were talking about them, approaching women correctly and intentionally, and like knowing both of these dudes. I've known my best friend since I was at UNA. And of course my brother, I've known him like my whole life or whatever. But, they're good dudes. My brother has his shit together.
Right.
Like together, both of them do. And so to me, it's baffling to me how women will say, oh, well, apply the pressure, only pure intentions, come correctly, this, that, and the third. When you have men that do that, and they are coming correctly, and you curve them, or you leave them on red, you don't say anything back, you don't really even, let them know, hey, I'm not interested, or I have a partner already, whatever the case may be. Excuse me. Or anything like that, but then you're constantly like, pick me. So it's not, to me, it's almost like you don't want intention, you just want attention. And there's a big difference in that, But it's like you want the guys that check all these boxes and have all these different things, and there's nothing wrong with that, but are you capable of doing that for yourself?
Right.
Are you just wanting him to just come in and scoop up everything for you, and you don't have to worry about anything? Like, that's not how it works. You should have something going for yourself, too, and not just be codependent on him, saving and rescuing you.
Right.
So.
And that's what I feel like it is. Like she said, saving and rescuing.
Yeah.
How many people are together just because of poverty? They're together. You got somebody living with somebody right now just because it's hard doing it by yourself. You got somebody that equates attention, like you said, attention to that actually being your value. That's why I don't like social media. I'm on it. I use it. I utilize it business-wise. I even, I post here and there, but I'm not drawn into that because it's all about attention and likes.
Right.
And that's what people equate to value.
Absolutely.
Oh, because I get a lot of attention, you got to fight. Oh, you want to holler at me. Well, all these guys want to holler at me. That's cool. But a lot of the girls that got a lot of attention ain't got nothing else. Or you got, you sitting there offering up sex as that's what you got to offer. Like, everybody has that. That's a standard part. A
Yeah.
man and woman. That's on both sides.
Right.
A man and woman, if you equate sex to value, that's trash. That's nothing. That's why you have a lot of women and a lot of men that get in relationship with somebody with CS. Oh, they perfect, they beautiful, they fine, he this girl, he do that. Or like, bro, she's so bad. Everybody be wanting her. Then you get with them and you find out their personality trash, credit trash, conversation trash, and now you just sitting here with something that everybody else idolizes, and now you like, I done been here. What Boosie said, this is a regular. This is what everybody want, and I find that a lot. Just with me and being in the industry, I'm cool, and a lot of girls they equate you like I got to be careful who I give a compliment to. They equate that to me. Oh, you trying to holler at me? No.
Yeah. I had some girls in here. I had to tell them, man. I was like, literally, everybody that reach out to you, not trying to holler at you, bro. Like,
I can't do nothing with you.
Like, so to add to what you both have said, like, I think like overall, like, cause with me, I've been on both ends of the spectrums. I've been that broke homeboy hanging with my other homeboys. I ain't gonna say they were necessarily on, but they weren't broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they had more than I had. You know what I'm saying? So I done been that guy that, you know what I'm saying, I was probably gonna get the run out the litter. You know what I'm saying? Per se, when you go like,
he wasn't gonna get no run. He capping now. He let them choose, and he was like, she alright. But on the back end, he was like, hey, but it wasn't the baddest old boy. You know, he had to leave that night crawler. You know.
Are you laughing because you know it's true?
Yeah.
No, I'm laughing because this nigga is crazy.
He like, yeah, I remember her.
Nah, seriously, like, so I've been that dude, right? I've been that dude on that end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So now it makes, for me, I think it's a phase that everybody has to go through, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a part of you that has to not necessarily say go through that suffering. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of you that you witness what you're not getting, and then once you get it, then it becomes old. So now it's like, okay, what's new? And that's how people grow. You know what I'm saying? It's called growth. So I was at one place at one point in time. Then, I moved up to another place in my life, and then I moved up to another place, and so on and so on. So the one thing that stayed consistent over all these stages is what we as men are sexually attracted to. Mm-hmm. That's why you got the niggas that'll be on that'll still fuck with the motherfuckers that really you ain't got no business fucking with. You know what I'm saying?
It's a preference.
And it's just something that stays with us over time. So those become the bitter women that have a problem because they don't end up getting the ones getting chose. Mm. Like, once you go through all of those stages and you grow, and now you arrive and now you here, you're not checking for what you used to in terms of what you want to invest your time, your money, and be seen in public with. You know what I'm saying?
Your palate
because you're here now, like, so I'm looking for this and I want this and I want that. You know what I'm saying? So the women that we used to deal with that we don't want to deal with no more for whatever reason, they become bitter. You know what I'm saying? And they get upset. And I heard my mom say it a million times. Like, my mom used to always be like, she would be upset because, such and such didn't marry such and such, or so this person wasn't good enough for you to marry, but you could marry this person. Like, mm-hmm. that's always my mom go to. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, bro, I've been treated like trash, straight up, like no cap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now that even with where I've arrived at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain type of woman that'll stand out to me, and then there's still a certain type of woman that I'm just generally attracted to. You see what I'm saying? Y'all probably heard me saying here to guests that have come in here, like, it's a difference between something that falls in our lap and when we make a choice.
Facts.
That is true.
Because when you, and I feel like that's like you just said, palate. It wouldn't be a palate. I feel like with growth comes responsibility. And responsibility, I mean, that's over everything. That's over, you have to protect your mind. You got to protect your money. Sometimes dealing with some people become a liability.
Right. That's true.
You got to, if I know, and I contest to this, Just because you hollered at me 10 years ago, that don't mean you can holler at me now.
Facts.
I'm not that same person.
Facts.
No.
Now, I'm not saying that I'm not still attracted to you. I might still be attracted to you. But as far as what can happen after that, that equates to, okay, like I feel like every man and every woman shouldn't just holler at anything that come their way.
No.
Right.
Not at all.
And it's not just, oh, well, you just being picky. No, it's not being picky. It's being selective.
Right.
Being selective on who I give my energy to. And nowadays, I'm not really worried about if I can, like, okay, let's just keep it 100. If I can, I'm not worried about if I can do something with a woman. Because I'm confident in myself, and I know what I bring.
Right.
It's never been if I can holler at somebody. It's if I holler at you, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to react tomorrow? Are you mentally, like, it's been situations where it's been women where I'm like, whew, I want to do this. But then I'm just more of those, I gotta pick your brain.
Right.
And when I see where they at, I'm like, dang, you broken like that? You can't deal with talking to me. Because I can already tell now, just off the conversation, where this is going to go. I'm going to take it a step further. You going to let me take it a step further. And then you going to go crazy.
Right.
And you got guys out there and females out there. I love it. I want somebody to choke me out and tell me I can't do this, or I won't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't do the domestic.
I don't
period.
do.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's giving very much domestic.
Giving
I can't
toxic.
do it.
And I didn't met somebody in the last couple of months, or somebody actually I've known for years. Like, I was like, bro, like, I'm not finna ever be put in a position where you feel like you can put your hands on me. And I was just like, it's just because of me, my background, where I've seen, what I've been through. Like, a lot of things that I've learned over the last couple of years is that the black community can be as null as they want to towards mental health, bro. But that don't mean that it don't exist and it's not real. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So with me understanding myself a little bit in my growth, bro, I just know where certain triggers is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna. That's why I don't like to get mad. I don't even like to be around people that's gonna make me mad or make me act out of character. So you mean to tell me the person that I decide to love and spend my time with got the right to put their motherfucking hands on me? Like, nah, we're not finna do that. Because what's gonna happen is if I hit you back, then I'm automatically wrong as a man because I ain't supposed to hit no woman. You see what I'm saying? But because of how I am, you know what I'm saying? Because of my issues, that could possibly be the outcome of something like that, and you feel like it's okay. And then when I tell you, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna call the police on you. Because I'm not finna put my hands on you and you tell me we ain't finna deal with no police. That ain't what we do. I came up in the project. No, I'm not the dude for you. Because I'm telling you, you not finna put your hands on me. Because if you put your hands on me, I'm probably gonna slap shit out your ass. Like, and I don't want to do that. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I don't want to be put in a situation where that could be the possible outcome. So I don't want a counterpart that feel like they can respond to me or treat me like that and put me in that situation where we don't know what's gonna happen because people blank out. People, I'm not saying, but I do not believe in domestic violence. I seen it growing up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to go into depth about where I seen it or how I seen it, but I seen it firsthand, bro. I do not believe in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I do believe also that people can be backed in a corner, bro, until they feel this big.
And they don't know any way
And
other than to,
It's like putting a cat in a corner, bro.
They gonna
a
fight
cat
back
gonna come
eventually.
out. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just so yeah. I mean, to get back to the basis of the initial question, I feel as if both men and women are catches depending on their stature, depending on their value, depending on who they are and who they've grown to be and how they don't allow for their past to dictate the new people in their life. Not saying because our past makes us grow,
right?
Makes us wiser. You know what I'm saying? So it allows for us to make better decisions. But you got some people that pull everything from their past and feel like the new person or whoever they get involved with owes them something. That you have to fix this that was done way back when. And that's not the responsibility of new people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that goes directly to your characteristics and your stature and the value of you as a person, how you deal with your own issues. You know what I'm saying? How you're able to become and be a bigger and a better person. And when you can demonstrate those things, you know what I'm saying? Again, going back to a lot of people used to say equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? If I'm keeping it a buck, I hate to say this, but a lot of I ain't gonna even say racist people. they like to use that as in cahoots with, you know what, and y'all know I used to speak, minister or whatever, but I can't even tell you where to go to in the Bible. I don't even know if it's in there, but somebody told me one time ago in the Bible that it said it was mentioned that the tribes should marry within the same tribes, like they shouldn't. And they use that in out of context to tell me that that's why they feel like white people should marry white people and black people should marry black people. You see what I'm saying? So they'll also do the same thing with equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Equally yoked points directly to one thing. That's what it really does. It points to one thing, that basically our spirit need to be aligned.
Right.
I believe, you believe.
Right.
That's what equally yoked means. It means don't get in cahoots with somebody who don't believe.
Right.
Now, the people that are ministering the word and teaching the word, they're going to eisegetically insert other things to get you back to the root of what it means. Case in point, that when they say they're equally yoked, they're talking about somebody, get somebody around on the same financial level with you. Get somebody on the same mental level as you. Those things are eisegetically insert to bring out the main thing of that verse, that at the end of the day, if my spirit and your spirit align and we believe in the same thing, that probably mean that we're operating the same as well. You see what I'm saying? So,
and I feel like that equates to growth. Like you just said, people having their past, you can either let your past be a passport for you to grow from it. So like when I say that past, I'm mainly focusing on pain. So your pain that you go through over the years, it can either be a prison or a passport.
Right.
It can either be something that you take and you learn from it and you grow from it to become a better person, or who, you know, if you feel like that's what God called you to be, you know, you learn from the things that you go through.
Right.
Or you can be the type of person that go through pain and all they do is they use it as a prison. They trap themselves within their pain. That's all they focus on. That means every time they're so broken inside, they wonder why things can't never change. It's because you're still holding on to that pain from what somebody else might have done or experience that you went through. So I think that equates to where people really match up. You know what I mean? Like you got people that can be with somebody that don't have everything, you know, down, but there might be something that they have that person values more. Like me personally, I'll say it like this. I've never been in a relationship, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. The reason I say that, I've never been in a relationship with someone where they were 100% faithful. I was 100% faithful. I've always had to share somebody because it's infidelities. That's just what it is. So I've never really considered myself actually being in a real relationship, because every relationship I've been in, there's always some infidelities. Now, black men don't cheat. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. But I mean,
The good ones don't cheat.
The good ones don't cheat. The good ones don't cheat. I mean, like I'm somebody that value. I look at value.
Right.
If I value you, I'm not gonna cheat. That's just who I am. I'm gonna try to be everything I can to be for a woman. I've tried doing that, but they got to be able to reciprocate that, and that doesn't always happen. So with me saying that, I'm saying that I've been in a relationship where I talked to someone and they didn't have everything together. I had everything together. The only thing I wanted from them was to be best person they possibly could.
Gotcha.
They still couldn't do it.
I think too, even just to touch on like the pain, like you have to want to seriously like address that within yourself.
Right.
You know, like you have to want to be able to get to a point to sit down and say, okay, I've gone through this, I've experienced this trauma, and if you if you aren't self-aware and you don't recognize, okay, I'm carrying this into my current relationships that I'm in, or dating, or you know, whatever the case may be, like sis, go to therapy, sir, go to therapy.
Right.
You know, like I can say this now because I'm healed from it, but I was raped in my 20s. You know, and for years I never talked about it. I never talked about it. I never like put it out there. I didn't want to put it out there. And I've also just experienced a lot of trauma like in my 20s as well. And I realized going into my 30s how much it was affecting me, you know. And for me now, knowing that and like having gone to therapy and still currently even being in therapy and recognizing like, okay, you can't hold on to that. Like you have to be able to free yourself from that, because if you don't, and even like childhood trauma too, if you don't free yourself from that, you know, as an adult, you will carry that into your partnerships.
Right.
You'll carry that into your business relationships or your friendships and so on and so forth or whatever. And it doesn't matter how many people you sleep with, how many relationships you get in, how many people you try to date and band-aid that trauma. If you really don't seriously deal with it and get to the root of it, you'll never be free from it. It'll keep, like you said, it'll keep you in bondage, you know, and that's not healthy.
I just want to be a king for somebody, bro.
And you are.
I just wish I could hit the pause button on the board. I'm in
Yeah, she did
I
go
see
in.
why I be in the back. This is a clap worthy. You know, I need and just shout out to you, Kim, because that's just. I mean, I know a lot of women go through that. A lot of people, just in general, from childhood trauma to you know, what I'm saying, you have people that have been victims of rape and stuff. It's major for somebody to be able to openly address it. And like she just said, she was like, she hasn't always been able to openly talk about that, but that just shows strength and growth. So I commend you on that 100%.
1,000. And, you know, it's been, you know, me and Kim done talked about a lot of stuff offline too, you know what I'm saying, as well. And there have been some things that, you know, I'll probably talk about it eventually. I don't know if I want to do it on a podcast. Like I was telling old girl, Nashay Jackson, that was in there. You know, I might offer her the opportunity to be what I wanted the old girl from Montgomery to be. And that's kind of sort of why I want to tell my story, because the people who have followed me throughout my life have seen the life changes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot of people right now wondering, like, what the hell is this Negro doing? He was just preaching, you know what I'm saying? Now he on podcasts with Instagram model, OnlyFans models, talking about sex, cussing, carrying himself on. And it's definitely a story there. And the story is meant for those that it need to be received by. It ain't even to justify my actions, because I am who I am and I've made a decision that I have to live with and that I got to give an account for. So who are you to pass judgment on me for anything else that I decide to do? So I haven't really gotten in depth with that on the podcast, because that's literally just something that I want to film, tell my little docu story, you know what I'm saying? Take some cameras back home, film some stuff from home, so for some people can, because a lot of stuff from my childhood has made me or turned me into the person that I am. Especially when it comes to women, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like I'll keep it a buck, bro. I'm at a stage where I'm probably cool to hang out with, but in terms of talking about being your man, bruh.
Both of y'all feel that way?
The dating pool
Bruh.
is pissed in.
It has skunk pee.
It has what?
It has
Listen,
skunk pee.
You know how they got the little chemicals in the water? They be like, why the water so blue?
Baby, it's green, okay? And it's nasty.
well, you know that, and you know I
do.
can't really talk about it on the podcast, but there's definitely been somebody, bro, that got my nose wide open, and I feel like, you know what I'm
It's a little
saying,
spicy in here, ain't it?
like for real, like bro, like when my phone light up and it say her name, bro. Like I be feeling some type of way, and that ain't no cap.
Everybody,
bro.
be quiet, be quiet. Hey, look,
I'm rooting for
hey, look,
this
he,
one.
hey, he answered the phone. Hello.
Hell no.
Not the voice change.
Hey, look, hey, I'm down here at the yo right now. Oh, you ready?
That is not how I sound when I'm on the phone.
Hey,
Shit.
leave the door. Hey, leave the door unlocked. I'm coming.
But I mean, just generally speaking, bro, like I mean, she on what she on, I'm on what I'm on, and I think that's what really puts it into perspective of what it is. But ultimately, like, bro, like I'm where I'm exactly where you at, bro. Like it's predicated upon like what you're doing or what you got going. Like that has to make sense for me at the place I'm at. Like I don't feel like I want to break the line of what I'm doing or what I'm trying to become just because you fine as hell. And I'm a sucker for a fine ass woman. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I am infatuated with beautiful women. Period. I don't care what your race is.
You just want a woman that's gonna accept you for you.
Period. That's number one.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, she got to be bad too, bro. Like she got to be bad, bro. Like I got to literally wake up before her.
In other words,
and
you
be able
can't
to look
be
at
in a relationship with nobody you're not attracted to.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
Like I want to be.
You gonna cheat.
I want to feel like that's the thing. I don't cheat in relationships, bro.
Exactly. So he ain't gonna get into with her.
Exactly, bro. Like it now. When I had some worse days, like you were saying, like you know, what we call relationships, or I may not even be real relationships, because basically I was doing what the hell I wanted to do.
And they probably
But
was too.
when I was married though, I never cheated on my wife, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I was engaged, I never cheated on my fiance. Like when I'm in a situation like that, I don't want to do certain things because I don't want that to come back on me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about us. We can slang the meat wherever we want to slang the meat at, go home, cause we don't tie no emotion to it. But if our woman decides she want to give herself to somebody else, bro, it do something to us.
Sick.
I don't know what it is about it, bro.
And do.
Like, but it kill us, bro. Like, you did what, who, why, what, when? Like, they can forgive us 1,000,000 times for slanging the meat, but they do it one time, we tap out. And I ain't met nobody that's been able to give me a sound explanation of why that is. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm in a committed relationship with somebody, bro, I'm not going there because I don't want you to do that to me. Especially like, bro, like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like that's above what I'm basically trying to say from me on my little spiel in the last couple of minutes is simply like, any woman that I'm talking about being with, bro, I need you to match my energy all around, like all the way
hustle,
around,
grind, everything you want.
I'm gonna say this, bro. The person who has my nose wide open either makes just as much money as me, if not more.
And I like her for you.
And she gorgeous, bro.
Not you rooting for him.
I really am.
She bad, bro. Like she got her shit
yeah.
together. Like this the first type of woman in years that I've met that probably meets me exactly where I'm at. Like,
and I've seen like them interacting. I was like,
like it ain't even no.
She got him. He sponged that head before he come out, don't it?
she found her.
Oh, you found.
She found her, and then as she found her, she found me.
You ain't throwing no assists, sis?
Nah, we kept it all the way professional. She did what she was supposed to do. I did what I was supposed to do, but it was just like, you remember the documentary with Usher and Chili? When Chili was like, when we was making the video, and I was like, is this little boy flirting with me? And then the guy who was the DP of the video, when he was shooting the video, and he gave his commentary, and he was looking at it, and he was like, damn, do y'all see this chemistry on camera? Because it was just like a vibe that was there. It's kind of that's how it gelled together during our session. Yep. We were just, like, I was trying to keep it all the way above professional, like snapping, getting it together, whatever the case may be. And then you could just tell, like, I could tell this woman was checking for me, bro. And it blew me because I ain't had no woman of that caliber checking for me, bro.
Tough.
Like, it blew me. It blew me, bro. Like, I'm not capping, bro. I'm not gassing up, bro.
So you been giving her your time?
She can definitely get my undivided. Like, if she called, I'm stopping what I'm doing.
You said she could. I'm talking about.
She's actively, when she called me, or
so y'all are actively dating right now.
I want to put it in perspective. She calls it a journey. She wants to take a journey.
I like her wordage.
Yeah, she wants to take a journey. So
she's very articulate.
She's just as busy. She's just as busy as I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's only going on the move as much as I am.
And that's major.
So when I can't talk to her every single day, it don't make her feel some type of way because I can't talk to her every single day. You know what I'm saying? And I think the journey would define the lines of communication. Those lines will get better as they need to, because I just don't see her as punctual as she already is. I don't see her not being punctual in the avenue of if she's gonna let me in her life like that. I don't see her not having that intact the way that she wanted. You know what I'm saying? So that shit blew me, bro. And that was just that was the thing that threw me for the loop when I was telling you I was at the R&B joint and I seen the little light skinned chick. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what's up? I finally walked. I was like, are you one of them girls, like, if a guy says something to you and says he want to take you out or something, you, like, blow him off? And she was like, nah, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, you want to get my number? She was like, nah, because I'm not going to call you. I was like, all right, cool. And then she was like, you can get my Instagram, though. And then as soon as she said that and I walked up, I was like, all right, that was the beginning and the end of that.
Show me the Instagram. I bet I know her.
I bet you know her, too.
Because you know everybody.
I bet you know her, too.
Whoa.
I bet you. When she walked into the when she walked into the spot, the owner and the people who worked there, they knew who she was. You know what I'm saying? They got her and walked her to a little section and everything. So, even when I did actually go through her Instagram, you know what I'm saying, there are some common people that have liked her post. You know, when whoever your friends are with their
The
those
normal
people.
run through.
So the people that I seen liking her stuff, I was like, okay, cool. I can tell what kind of circle she in already. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, it's kind of sort of like the story when Fallon was in here. Like, I'm the type of person that, because I know who I am, what I do, the type of Negro that I am, bro, if I have the decency to approach you in a respectful manner, and you can't see that, or you don't see anything that makes you want to say, okay, cool, I might want to call or I might want to text, and I'm just not the guy for you, because I'm not finna be jumping through hoops for what I'm jumping through hoops for. Tell me what I'm jumping through hoops for outside of the fact that I seen a fine ass woman.
Because you Superman, and some days you just want to be Clark Kent, but they want you to show that you're Superman before they even let you know who they are. They want to see you Superman. That's why I call it the Superman theory. They want to see you as Superman. But some days I don't feel like having to show you that I'm Superman. I just want to be Clark Kent.
I won't even say that. I feel like some women don't want to deal with Clark Kent because he regular.
Yeah, they want Superman all the time. That's good.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good point. That's a good point.
Like some women, I don't want to deal with because he's not the boss. He didn't have this. He didn't drive that. Da 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 da.
But if you remember,
whatever.
everybody out there in that little world, they seen Superman and they're instant like, I love him, I want him, he's everything I want.
Exactly.
Clark Kent is Superman.
But they didn't see him like that.
But they
didn't
don't
see
see
him
him
that
like
way.
that. They see him as, oh, that's just regular Clark.
Right.
They were the same person.
But that, you
So
just
so
made it
that's
Listen, bro.
so that's what I'm saying. So why is it that nowadays a woman have? I'll give an example. Me, I've had females see me and they're like, okay, he regular, I'm chilling. Then they get word and they like, he a single father. He take care of his kids. Oh, for real? Well, child, because I only got one. But he take care of his child. Oh man, you work where? At all the events. Oh, you in the church too? Oh, you in the clubs? You in the schools?
because now it looks
You
good
cook?
on paper.
You got a house? You got a car? You got a career? Oh, now it's, hey, what's up? So when you cooking? When you no?
Because it looks good on paper.
And to be
Clark
honest, bro,
Kent.
I went in there with a pair of jeans on, some Chelsea boots in the summertime, with a pair of jeans on.
It's Chelsea boots.
Yeah, that's what I went there.
He
with.
was
Some
clean.
Chelsea
He was
boots
clean.
on.
He was
Well, I'm gonna
clean.
tell y'all what I did if I put the Chelsea boots on. I literally Googled, was it okay to wear Chelsea boots in summertime? Before
No,
I
you
put them
didn't.
on. Yes, I did. Before I put them on.
Bro, you could have just texted me.
I ain't know. I mean, cause
It's kind of embarrassing. He was like, man,
I was like,
Google that
well,
thing.
I had waited till the last minute to get ready, and I didn't want everybody waiting on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally just threw them on, threw some jeans on, threw on the white polo t-shirt, walked out the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think she seen Clark Kent. She didn't see Superman, because I think that if women really knew who I was, and not even talking about me being a business owner, no photographer, just knew the concrete attributes of who I am as a person, you don't blow me off if I engage you.
And you jumping in for the wrong reasons. That's why you gotta appreciate the woman that's gonna accept you as Clark Kent. And then she later on like, dang, you Superman? And be like, yeah. I just never had to.
I like that. I
You
like
feel
that.
me?
I like that.
I'm telling you that Superman theory is real.
I like that.
That makes me think about something your friend said when me and him were talking.
Okay.
So whenever like me and him first met, because you know he posted something on Instagram last summer or whatever, and it went viral. Like it was all over Facebook, all over Instagram, whatever. I did not know that when I met him.
Mm-hmm.
Had no clue, whatever. And so when he and I were talking and getting to know each other, he had said, I remember him saying to me that women want to deal with him, like they want to be with him because he looks good, you know, because he looks good, he's attractive or whatever, but they don't really want to deal with the real him,
Right.
like outside of uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And so like as me and him were like talking, getting to know each other, I'm like, I can see that, because dealing with you really means dealing with the raw. Dealing with the ugly, dealing with the good, the bad, and everything else in between, opposed to just like, oh, like you said, he's just Superman.
Right.
When you're Clark Kent, all those layers are peeled back. You know, you're in your most like vulnerable state
Right.
and everything. And for some women, they're like, oh, like, well, I really gotta listen to you. I gotta like hear about your emotions and this, that, and the third, or like, 'cause they want you to be in Superman mode all the time, and it's like, that's not me though.
Right.
And even seeing that with him, like, you're not this person over here that people saw on Instagram all the time.
Right.
You know, like you're a real person. When you take all of that off and you have your good days, your bad days, you have a bad attitude, or, you know, you don't feel like talking, you're really like, we're really dealing with your emotions and how you feel, stuff like that. Like some of that can really be heavy, you know, especially when you really get to like the root of who that person is. And you really see their depth, and it's like, oh, well, I didn't want to deal with all of that.
That's the problem with being Superman. Is it's
Exactly.
just like you said, Superman was invulnerable. So a woman meeting
You mean invincible?
invulnerable.
Oh,
That
sorry.
means can't nothing affect.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, college word. But no, what I'm saying is Superman was invulnerable, which means nothing really got to him. He was always, so if a woman seeing you as Superman, she's seeing, oh, he's this, he's that. I'm also Clark Kent.
Right.
So when I'm not Superman and we're not in front of everybody and I'm not jumping over buildings and saving you and doing all these amazing things that you feel like only I can do,
Right.
and I'm alone, I'm Clark Kent. I got bills to pay. Superman didn't get paid for that stuff. Clark Kent got to get up and go to the Daily Planet every day.
Right.
So I still got to go to work. I still got my own insecurities that I have, you know, and it's stuff that you're going to have to deal with as Clark Kent that a lot of women aren't built to take care of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like I said, want the reward without the work. And that's what comes with, like, when you're with somebody, you have to be able to you got to be able to not only be able to pour into them, but be able to receive what they going to pour back into you.
Right.
And which that comes with the pain too. All the pain that they deal with. That's why when you can really find someone that you can really grow with and you can really feel comfortable. I know as a man, like I said, I've said this on the podcast. Well, I said it behind the scenes for everybody, but black men aren't appreciated majority of the time. And I feel like that is...
Hold that thought. So, with you saying that, I came across this, man. I wanna play this real quick, and this will give us something to kind of sort of talk about as well, real quick. Let me see. Where is
Sad
it?
but true.
It's sad but true. And it really, like, it hits me sometimes. I'm like, dang. And nowadays, it's hard to be open with a woman.
Ooh.
It's hard. I've had a female where I felt like she had me in a vulnerable state, and I was just open with her, only for her to take it in a time of weakness and throw it back in my face. Worst feeling ever.
And because like once we do that as women, y'all shut down.
Shut down.
Like it's literally like pulling blood from a turnip.
Any female that didn't talk to me in the last few years, they'll tell you.
You can't do that.
I can't. I'm just not like you. I keep everything bottled in. It's safer that way.
And it's funny you said it because one thing my mom has told me my entire life, like men, y'all have to have a soft place to fall, just like we do.
Tell your mama shout out to her. I need a mattress down on the floor. Tired of hitting this ground.
You need a purple mattress, okay? But like y'all have to have a soft place to fall, you know, and that's not just the same way we want to be emotionally safe, or not even just emotionally safe, physically safe with y'all, emotionally safe with y'all. Now, granted, we can't protect y'all physically, but y'all still want to be emotionally safe with us as well, you know, to be able to like talk about how was your day, you know, well, what's on your mind, like, because if you're really in tune with the person that you're dating or in a relationship with, you know when something is wrong. I can hear it in your voice. I can see it on your face. I can tell by your body language, whatever. Like something is just heavy on you. And I guess because I'm an empath too, you know, so.
We've had these deep conversations.
I mean, like, I'm an empath. And so to me, like, and, you know, even if you aren't like that, it's just being in tune to your significant other. Like, you all right? Is everything okay? Do you want to talk about it? Is there something on your mind? Just, you know, and not making it all about your own human needs, because everything in the relationship is not just about you.
True.
You know?
I'm looking at us going into the next season. I would love to, you know, like I said, I don't mind being on camera, you know. I'll be having some points because I ain't gonna lie. I'm just giving a disclaimer out there to a lot of our guests. on the What You Mean podcast. A lot of y'all wouldn't even made it. Y'all lucky Lil Cheston was grilling you and it wasn't me.
I be trying to be cool.
Look, he be
though.
trying to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it out you.
I really can be blowing some of
Because
them out the water.
if you
but
give a point, I'm like your 12th grade English teacher. I need supporting details with this
Coach
thesis. Hey, shout out Coach Williams. That was 11th grade, but yeah.
I mean, but still, he was the best though. Period.
I had transfer schools, and I got one that got me ready. But it is what it is.
I mean, hey, he got the job done.
Yeah, and he was gonna cuss you out at the end.
Not me.
Oh, me definitely. I got pulled to the side. What you doing, boy? You in here playing around? All you care about chasing these little fast girls. Indeed. I was young. I was dumb.
Chasing them little fast girls, child.
Now Kim, y'all. I know we go way back, but she don't want me to talk about her.
What about me?
Come up. Kim, you were the idol girl in school.
What you mean?
What? Kim was walking through the hallway. Hey y'all. All the guys be
I'm
like,
minding my
yeah.
business.
What up, Mick Green? When you gonna let me? Mick Green? Huh? Nothing.
I went to school and I minded my business. Period.
Yeah.
I have witnesses.
Yeah, but next season, I love to touch a lot on the different perspectives with men and women when it comes to not just dating. I feel like we everybody focuses on dating, but
Yeah.
even like we were discussing earlier, like
yeah, y'all go ahead. I can't find it, bro.
oh you good, bro. I'm just thinking on a lot of things issues that we're facing nowadays. We got literally Supreme Court and everybody trying to tell a woman what to do with her body, and it's just it's crazy out here. And I think we should leaning into more topics for next season. Mm-hmm. I feel like that'll be a good one. Looking at the things that a man has to go through and the things that a woman has to go through.
I do want y'all's perspective on y'all know that whole McDonald's situation.
Ooh, Kim,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Basically,
You have to.
Basically, a guy comes and brings his son.
Oh yeah.
Some
I know
McDonald's.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So what's y'all's take on that?
We can dive in there because I'm a single father. So,
Thanks.
my daughter means the world to me.
Right.
I feel like everything is circumstantial. Mm-hmm. So, my daughter lives with me, so I'm always gonna have my daughter. I don't have to worry about that. But for somebody that's in that situation, the person, it depends on the person. Now, I can't say that guy was in the wrong because he only had, if you paid attention to that video, he only had one child.
Right.
She had 3 other kids.
Right.
It's not his responsibility to feed all of them. It was his responsibility. It's not even his responsibility right then to feed his child. He felt like doing something for his child. Now, I don't feel like it's right to, for his child to eat in front of the other kids. But if you've seen it, he was even offering, other ways for, to appease her. He was like, well, he can just come out here and eat with me. She made it more personal.
She did.
Rather than, it being about him. She and you can tell in their conversation, a lot of people didn't dive into that conversation. He was saying, nobody told you to go out and have kids with all these other dudes. Mm-hmm. Meaning that his kid probably was the first. And she probably had other infidelities and got with other dudes and all of that type of stuff. So that when you look at it, it's situational. Now, you got a lot of cats that'll say, I'd rather, I'm a real dude. I'm gonna buy all the kids something to eat. Yeah, I know a lot of cats that'll do that. I ain't gonna lie. I like kids and stuff, but at the same time, I'm gonna be real with you. Them guys are still out there scratching. Hey, look, if I'm still scratching the baby mama, yeah, I'm gonna bring something for all the kids. I need them busy while we in the back catching, a quick little run.
Well, you did see that entire thing was a made up scene that just went viral, right?
Say what?
It was made up.
You lying?
You lying?
It was a skit.
Hey, look, it was a very controversial skit that got everybody talking. So
it
they
was
got
a conversation,
But she came out with a video saying that they used to date or something.
Bruh, I wish I had the article so I could send it to you.
It's probably clickbait.
But,
oh my God!
But I read somewhere that literally, I think I've seen it on a YouTube video. Somebody, one of the YouTube like T sites or something, was covering that it was just like a little skit that was made up and it ended up going viral.
Because if you
but
threw
it was
that,
about a much needed
because if I had
conversation.
got Chick-fil-A and you threw that Chick-fil-A like that,
Man.
what, baby? You gonna go get me another lemonade
Listen,
and some waffle
and
fries.
my Polynesian sauce.
Polynesian.
They don't play about that Polynesian. You better have some extra sauce in the bag.
I'm
When
gonna
you go
send
get
you to Walmart so you can give me a full bottle. Don't play with me. I don't play about my food.
Oh, you got the 8-ounce bottle. You a thug.
And is.
Damn, I can't believe, bro. I couldn't find a damn video for y'all to listen to. That shit was crazy,
Also,
though.
next season, I wouldn't mind us looking at. I actually got somebody I would like to bring in. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Woke Vote, but I got a young guy that I've known for quite some years. He graduated UAB. He majored in African American Studies. Had a male mentoring program started at UAB that's still there to this day.
Nice.
I like to look at, just our culture, where we're going as our people,
Well, y'all know the format with that, man. Anybody y'all trying to bring on platform, just
We're gonna holler at you, boss
yeah.
man.
It ain't even about that. It's just I just be wanting to know who they is before
Yeah.
we actually bring them through the door. Like the same thing with Nashay, you know what I'm saying? Nashay wanted to use the platform as an outlet because she wanted to include it in the package that she offered, the writing packages and all that stuff. She wanted to be able to bring them directly to the podcast so they can get a podcast coverage. And, one of the things we were discussing was, okay, that's cool, but I need to know who these people are, you know what I'm saying, before you just talking about you bringing them, because at the end of the day, Buki that came in here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a great big fan of Buki, you know what I'm saying? I love what she's doing. I love her. That she's doing her music. I love that she's enjoying life right now. I know other artists, but I don't think I want to turn the What You Mean podcast into a platform where that's what it's all about, is bringing artists through the door, and then I got to play music, and you want to rap, and you want to drop 16 on them. Like, every now and then it'd probably be cool to do that, you know what I'm saying, with different people, but to turn it into that, nah. And that's kind of sort of what this was about, you know what I'm saying, us discussing on the air, some ideas that we kind of sort of had for season 2, the direction that we want to try to go in. And, a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about, it's already in motion, and we'll finalize everything when we have our strategy dinner, you know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to get you on the other side of the glass.
You heard him say dinner now.
What you feeding us? Because I like to eat.
Smiles.
The chef is supposed to be sending me the menu this week.
We got a private chef.
You got a private
y'all,
chef.
Hey, look, I don't care what y'all say about Lechester out there, and here it's all love. Baby.
Yeah, I got a chef coming to serve you guys, and he'll be sending me the menu. I told him to make sure he includes some lamb chops in there. So, yeah, we're gonna do it big. We're gonna eat. We're gonna talk.
He trying to have me working here forever.
Man,
Forever.
I want to ensure that you guys know that I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pastor used to open up service by saying, like, out of all the places you could have been, you decided to come here and worship with us. You know what I'm saying? So people don't have to be nice to you. So the least you can do when they are, the least you can do is say thank you. So this dinner is me saying thank you for us being as organized as we could be in season 1. You know what I'm saying?
Could be, y'all. We all late. We all late.
as much as we learn, you know what I'm saying? And we just want to apply that in season 2 to try to make the platform better. Like, I don't know if you heard that phone ringing over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have a whole phone for the last, since we had the internet, we've had a phone. And that phone is there so that in season 2, when we go live, we can take calls from you guys. Y'all can talk to us when we on live. We're going to go live at least once or twice a month.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
We'll have it set up so that you guys that are watching us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you're watching us at, we'll be able to put your comments on the screen and discuss some of those. So, I mean, we make it
So the What You Mean podcast is going live?
Yeah, we'll be going live at least once or twice a month.
And don't come over there and start talking crazy now.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know they gonna come in talking.
No, I'm gonna make it where you can screen them calls before you put it through.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, because
Join this block party.
You know, I wouldn't mind us setting me up a camera in the booth. You know, I just want.
you know what, I knew you was gonna. You ain't seen it yet because I ain't put it out, but I set a camera up in there for the last 2 episodes I did.
Oh,
y'all, he be doing all these moves when we leave and go home. He be like, I'm gonna kill him next week.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I just, it was with the Curvy Girls, to be honest, and I knew that they brought 3, 6. I think they brought 6 or 7 girls in here. So I was only
Y'all, this gonna be my last time at the What You Mean podcast because the chest to be holding out.
So you know, we did 3 girls in here at a time. The first group was.
You need nobody to hold the camera.
But it was just how you see him now.
Oh man,
Just how you see him now. And then
Yeah, you missed out, aren't you?
and then I.
You know, hey, shout out to the Curvy Girls. I got a couple of favorites. Those my homies for real, so I would have enjoyed that.
Who your favorites is?
Shout out to Tikiana.
Tikiana got to be your favorite.
Oh man, we've been friends for so many years.
You know what it is for me as far as she goes? It's her eyes. It's the way her eyes are cut. Like
Yeah.
if you look at her long enough, her eyes are like she got the color. Tiana ain't got no color, but the way her eyes are cut, like if you look at her long enough, she'll pull you in with her eyes. You know what I'm saying? I said something about her eyes doing the podcast and she blushed. But yeah, she definitely got to be a favorite. Who your other favorite is?
The eyes are the window to the soul.
What else?
Not the windows of the soul.
What you say your cousin out here doing taking niggas soul?
Hey, chill out.
That's
Whoa.
what you said.
You look too long, you gonna get lost.
Shout out to my cousin. I'm not gonna say her name or her IG handle.
Hey,
But
you said,
cousin, fam, we talking about you.
you say she out here taking niggas. So I seen her in. I went in Casanova before.
like
Before Casanova's like started jumping, and she was in there with one of our homegirls, and we rapped a little bit or whatever because she was gonna be one of my honorary guests for the Stoplight Pool Bash we was supposed to have at Onyx, and I gave her a section and stuff. One thing she had to do was post it on social media. You know what I'm saying?
I remember in the
yeah.
end,
So she
it
was
got rained on.
so you know, and we talked about it while I was in there, whatever the case may be, and I said I ain't even lie, man. You know what I'm saying? You know your folks. He'd be in the studio with me. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, Jay. She was like, oh, yeah, that's my family. That's my family. I was like, yeah. I said, man, I asked that nigga to put me back on. I said, he looked at me in my face. He said, cuz I don't even want no parts because she out here taking niggas soul.
Facts.
She walked off on me, took 3 steps, turned around, looked back at me and said, souls.
Soul. She's a monster, and she's loud in any trap.
Bruh, like, and she knows she a monster.
Yeah,
She knows she a beast.
But you know what I'm saying? What I respect the most about her, she living her truth.
And
It's a lot of females out here with the fugazi, want to sit there and play with you. She gonna tell you what it is, what it ain't, and she gonna give you a heads up. I've already figured it out. You can't hang. And dudes be looking like, what? You don't know? She's like, I know.
And that's why I respected her so much when I met her in college. Because when I met her and I engaged her, she told me what it was out the rip. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that she didn't want to fool with me or whatever. She just told me what it was. You know what I'm saying? This is what come with the territory, boss. Like, this just what
And
it
it
is.
ain't nobody that she been with that don't. I'm talking about when I say they be spinning the block like it ain't nowhere to park.
Bruh. She had me like that, looking for her in broad daylight with a flashlight, nigga. Like, she had me like that in college, bro, for real, no cap. Like, I never forget the girls that she was hanging with. They was leaving a party, bro, and I ran the car down. I was like, shit, what you finna do? Like, you pulling up to the crib? She was like, I don't know, Chestnut, I'll let you know. And me and you both know that anytime a woman tell you, I don't know, that's a damn no. Because if they gonna come, they gonna tell you gonna come. And right as I was walking off, her homegirl that actually hooked us up was like, Chestnut, what's wrong with you? I ain't never seen you like this. I was like, I ain't never seen myself like this. I don't know what's going on. See,
Hey, look, I hate to say it, her homegirl had me like that.
Was it the one that with her at the bar?
No, it ain't her. It ain't her. 'Cause I know who she was with at the bar. She's always with her.
Gotcha.
It's another one of her homegirls. At first, they didn't even like each other, and I was talking to her, and I told her, I was like, you're like my cousin. She was like, we don't get along. Next thing you know, they best buds. I couldn't stand it. But her homegirl was like that. Like, when we first hooked up, I watched her in a club full of people. She denied every dude that hollered at her. They were trying their best.
You talking about cousin or the other friend?
No, this a friend.
Okay.
So then I go up to her, and I ain't even hit her with nothing slick. I gave her to her straightforward. She said, y'all, now he can get my number. We had reintroduced ourselves so many times that I was like, boom, I'm gonna date you. She was like, what? I was like, when I tell you I went through my phone, females, cut them off. I told her, I was like, you give me the time, I'm gonna do everything the right way. Now I was stupid. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I was stupid because she was a monster too. She
was a beast too.
She was a monster too. She had a. I was a little mad, just a little mad. Probably why I had a baby. We can edit that out. But no. Like she was different. Like her hustle matched mine. Like she was like, I do here babysit and sell drugs all out the same house. Not for real, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And I mean, she like intelligent. We watched shows together.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, she had a lot of respect. She, you know, even when I thought she didn't care, she cared.
Yeah.
I was in an accident, first person at my house with a whole plate of food. Like, you okay? Everything okay? We matched up in a lot of ways, but I hate to say it, she was a monster just like I used to be. So it was just,
yeah, like when
Used to be.
like well, like even when you're
Yeah,
like even when you
past tense.
when you like even when your cousin like when she decided that she finna be all the way calm and devote herself to whomever she dealing with, like that's probably gonna be a lucky nigga, bro.
but the thing is, she's tried it, and what I've seen from it is, like we said, people hold on to their past. A lot of guys have a lot of insecurities. So just knowing, they say, yeah, I'm cool with you telling me everything and being
Who the wolf?
100. But then
Can't
when
handle
they
that shit.
can't handle it
Yeah.
when they in the hot seat, now they like, because now if she don't answer your phone call, what you doing? What you doing? I know you doing something. She's like, I ain't made it there yet. Why are you tripping? Because I know what you could be doing. So you holding on.
Well, yeah, I don't move like that, but I do got a rule about that phone. If I'm dealing with you and I call you, if you can't answer, you need to text me and tell me what's going on. Like that,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
just
just
my
saying,
general rule.
yeah.
With if I'm dealing with you. I just with me knowing her personality, the outgoing person that she is, definitely the way that she look. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
hands down, she bad, bro. I mean, she definitely a
Talking
team.
about
Like,
athletes want to fly.
like, I
out.
already know.
And I done seen her. When I
Already
tell you,
know.
she done showed me, like, she like, cuz, watch this. She's sliding her phone over. I'm hearing dudes in there like, please, anything, what you want, what you need. I'm like, shh. What's that? Somebody girl, let me know what I need.
It's possible.
Yeah, so I mean, it's some what who there was some power of the PUSSY. May every mother in the world dress fly. So, but man, we're gonna get ready to turn the corner, man, and get ready to get out of here, man. We really appreciate y'all kicking it with us, man. It's just been again just a season finale, man. All the staff in here, you know, the season finale for season 2 is actually gonna be bigger, so we'll have a lot more people in the setup for that one to talk about, you know, the episodes that we have in season 2, the people that came in, the people that blessed us. So, as I always say, man, thank you to Jay for everything that you've contributed to the LaPic Visuals brand, the household, the What You Mean podcast. Kim, thank you for being who you've been. The ups, the downs, the roller coaster, the fights and the attitudes on camera, everything that our followers
Attitudes, y'all. Attitudes.
My attitude is not that bad.
You know, it's gonna be two things that you're gonna get from her. You're either gonna get Baby Shark or you're gonna get Jaws. So it's been a couple segments. We got Jaws in here. So I'm saying thank y'all sincerely from the bottom of my heart, man. This podcast and what I'm doing in here, it would not be possible without the contributions that you guys bring. So in the meantime, between time, man, we're gonna spin the table so that everybody can plug themselves. Because again, it's the season finale. If you're not following our people, man, go and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotta give them the handles.
Yeah, and also before we get ready to spin this, because when we run it back, man, we're gonna do our little outro and get out of here. But if you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you go do that, man. It's the What You Mean and What You Mean on IG, and there on IG you'll also see our link tree. And all of our links are there, man, to our YouTube channel, everything that you'll need. If you want to see a direct link for the host or co-host, Instagram is there as well. A lot of people, I'm finding out that a lot of people that are Android users are having problems finding the podcast. So I'm going to add a link there for Amazon, because I know everybody got Amazon. So our podcast is on Amazon Music as well. As you can go and listen to it there for you. And because it's not on the Google, whatever podcast platform Google has, it's not on there, because they the only ones want to be different and charge you to be on there. They charge you to be on there, so I didn't put it on that platform. But iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon, website www.whatyoumeanpodcast.com. Go and check that out. You just heard it here live on the season finale that will be going live in season 2. So you want to make sure that you're following us. You want to make sure that the notifications are on. So when we go live, you can come in, you can weigh in your comments, you know, you can interact with us and do all that other good stuff. And ain't nobody really sent me no confessions or sent me no story times yet. I need those story times, bro. Go to the What You Mean podcast and type on confession, and you can submit it anonymously. So make sure that you do all that other good stuff, man. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course, leave us some comments, man. So in the meantime, between time, I love y'all. Thanks so much. This may not be a lot for a lot of people, but it's definitely a milestone for us. On yesterday, we hit 1,000 downloads on for our podcast, you know. So thanks for those 1,000 downloads, man. Hopefully next season it'll be 10,000.
Insert applause.
So thank y'all so much for that. If you've been a listener, you've been a follower, and you've been a subscriber, so I'll go ahead and spin the table, man, and we'll get ready to get out of here, man. So y'all already know what to do, man. Tell them who you is, where you from, what you do, and where they can find you.
So this is your favorite co-host, you guys, Kim. So you can find me on IG at Kimberly.Dawn. That is KIIMBRLY.DAWN. Also follow me on IG on my makeup page, which is Beauty Chemistry. I can hook you up, girl. Hey.
Y'all already know what it is. I'm Jay Gray. You can find me on Instagram at The Great Jay Gatsby. That's DAGREAT, the letter J _ Gatsby, GATSBY. I'm an audio technician, sound engineer. I do audio, lighting, staging, video, and full productions in the city of Birmingham and surrounding areas. So if you need any type of audio, any type of production work done, I'm well known, well accredited. So, you know, ask about me. They're going to tell you. They might call me Lil Bozo, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, reach out, man. It's all love, and it's all peace, love, and happiness right here.
And before we dip out, too, we need to give you your flowers, okay?
What you
Oh,
mean?
yeah, big boss man, big chestnut.
Because we would not be here if it was not for you. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Lil Cheston for bringing us together and making this awesome platform for us.
Hello.
Just put me back on your cousin, man, and we'll be squad.
Oh my God, Cuzzo, this is salutation.
So yeah, you don't have a cup, but I'm gonna just give an invisible toast to you. We're gonna pretend there's some Casamigos. Bloop.
Hey, we got Patron in there.
We're gonna pretend there's some Casamigos in there, but just, you know, for just creating the vision of what the What You Mean podcast and just being the dope boss that you are.
I appreciate it,
Big
man.
boss.
I appreciate
I
y'all.
get on your
He said,
nerves,
ain't no
but-
little chestnuts around here, all big chestnuts.
I appreciate y'all.
But for real though, so I'm giving you your flowers. We appreciate you, and we're looking forward to season 2.
That's what's up. And you know what, man? We getting paid in season 2, y'all. We need y'all to help us make that happen, bro, because we bring y'all some dope content. We going to get to the D-list celebrities and the C-list and the B-list and work our way up. But in order for us to get there, y'all got to help us get there, man. So we need them likes. We need them subscribes. We need all that. So I'm your boy, LeChester, man, the host of the What You Mean podcast. You can find me at LeChester on all major platforms. You know what I'm saying? If you bumping with me because you like my photography work, just look up LePic Visuals. And that's going to be with a Z on Instagram, man. I am in the process of doing some small rebranding. So I'll have the more professional stuff on the LePic Visual side, and stay tuned because I have 13 ladies I'm getting ready to roll out that will officially be known as LePic Vixens, and that'll be a whole nother page on Instagram, the LPV, the shooter, man. So we're gonna separate these things so we can get everything into perspective because I'm trying to corner the market. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and can't do with my camera because I does it all. So I love y'all, man. Thanks so much for listening, man. I am your host, LeCheston.
And I'm your co-host, Kim.
And I'm your engineer, Jay Gray.
Come on through there, man. Until next time, man, y'all already know what it is. Peace.